welcome to my channel. Here we're going to be working on the construction of orthographic views of this block in first angle projection. As you can see the direction of the arrow, so we are going to draw the front elevation in direction of this arrow, then we draw the plan, then we draw the left end elevation, all in first angle projection. Alright, so looking at this direction of the arrow here for the front elevation, so we are going to make this surface, and then we see this surface. Okay, so we also have the same thing on this side. Okay, so then we also have this surface as part of the front elevation and this surface as part of the front elevation. Let's look at dimensions that we have on the object. So total length from here to this end is 90 millimeters, from here to here is 62 millimeters, and distance from here to here is 12, and from here to here is 10. And then we have the total height from this point, from this level to this level, is 34, while the total height of the object to this level is 60 millimeters. And then we have that for this distance from here to here is 8 millimeters. Okay, so those are the distance that we are going to make use of. And also for this part from here to here, so we need to look at the length. So the length from this line here to this line here is 46, while the length from this line here to this line here is 60 millimeters. So make use of all these dimensions to produce the orthographic views of this object in first angle projection. Now let's start and see how it goes. So the first thing that we are going to do is that I'm going to draw a horizontal line, so over the whole of this surface, and then I'm going to come to this point here and draw a vertical line. So here I have the vertical line like this, and then the next thing that I'm going to do is to take the measurement. So first of all, so we start with that of 90 millimeters, which is total length as I've shown it there. So 90 millimeters, so this is 90 millimeters here, and half of 90 we need to get that, which is 45 millimeters. Okay, so then we are going to draw a vertical center line here. I will draw a vertical center line here because of the part that we have a semicircle on the object. Then that 60 millimeter, we have taken this 90, so then we have 62 on the object as I've shown it there. So 62 by 2, so that will give us 31. So I'll take a measurement of 31 millimeters to the left side. Okay, so this is 31 millimeters. Then I will take 31 millimeters to the right side. So this is 31 millimeters. So at this point, so I'm going to draw a vertical line at this point. I'll just draw it like this, and then at this point also I will draw a vertical line. At this point I will also draw a short vertical line like this. Okay, so as we have it here, so the next thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to let me bring the object as you can see it here now. So I'm going to take a measurement of 12 millimeters. That is this 12 millimeters here. So I'll take this measurement of 12 millimeters. So I'll come to this point here, so take a measurement of 12 millimeters up. This is 12 millimeters here. Then after that 12 we have 10 millimeters. This is the 10 millimeters that I'm talking about. So we have this 10 millimeters. I'll take a measurement of 10 millimeters above that 12 millimeters. So this is 10 millimeters, and then so now I have the total from this point to this point to be 34. So I will come down here from this point here, and I will take a measurement of 34 millimeters up. This is 34 millimeters. So we have the distance, and then I want to get this this line here, this line. I want to get this line. So the distance from here to this point is 60 millimeters. So I'll take 60 millimeters right from this point. I'll take 60 millimeters up. This is 60 millimeters. So here we have 60 millimeters. So let's work on these ones that we have taken first. So I'm going to draw horizontal line. So from this point I will draw horizontal line to this side to cover the whole surface, and then from this point also I will draw a horizontal line. So and then coming to this point I will also draw horizontal line here like this, and at this point I will also draw horizontal line from this point to the whole surface. Okay, so we have this. So I need to extend this vertical line to bring out all the shapes that we have here. So just let me stop this one here. All right, so with what we have here, so we need to go on and work on the other part of the object. Let me bring the object so that we can see and know the measurement that we are taking. Now, so coming to, let's make this semicircle that we have here. So this semicircle that we have here, let us make it. So we have that the radius of this semicircle is 15 millimeters. Its radius is 15 millimeters. So we have 15 millimeters as the radius of this semicircle. Okay. Another thing that I'm observing here is that we have that the distance. So this thing goes up a bit. So distance from here to here is 8 millimeters, as this one is also 8 millimeters. So we have to take 8. So and then we also have another 8. So the center of this semicircle is here. So it's along this line. It's along this line. So we can easily draw that, draw it partially, or let me come up a bit and take that 8 millimeters so that we can just stop it where it's supposed to stop. So we take 8 millimeters up. So this is 8 millimeters, and I will also take another 8 millimeters for the upper one, making it 16 millimeters. So at this point, I'm going to draw a horizontal line. So I will draw a horizontal line, so which will cut across the whole surface. Alright, so we have this now. So I want to draw the semicircle, or part of that circle as we have it here. So what we are going to do, so in this case, so what we are going to do in this case, so we are going to draw a circle. So we are going to draw a circle, then we separate this one. So we draw a line to separate this part from this part. Everything here is a whole circle, so they all have the same one, the same radius of 15 millimeters. Okay, and do not forget that this semicircle, this curve that we have here, will be merged with this one. Okay, so take note of that. And then so this one, so it will be as if it's on this one. So everything we are going to draw a circle. That is what we are going to draw. So let's take note of that. So the radius is 15 millimeters, and this is where we have that 60. So I will take a measurement of 15 millimeters on the ruler. So take a measurement of 15 millimeters on the ruler. So we put it at this point. So this is where we have the center, and we draw it as a circle like this. Oh, that's another thing there. All right, so we go on and draw it as a circle. I've erased that error there. So we gently draw it as a circle as we have here. So this is it. So we have the circle in place. All right, so we have this. So then the next thing that I'm going to do is that, so we are going to make this line. So we are going to make this line. So we make this line a thick line to separate the two parts. So this will be a thick line as we see it in the given view. So we are done with that part. So other thing that we are going to do here is that, so let's be bringing out the surface little by little. So let's work on this part as we have that. So from the center, so we have that distance from here to here is 46 millimeters. So we divide 46 by 2. So 46 by 2 will give us that is 23. So we come to this point here. So we come to this point, and we take a measurement of 23 to the left side, 23 to the left side. So this is 20, and this is 23 to the left side, and we take 23 from this center to the right side. This is 20, and this is 23 to the right side. All right, so we have this now. So another thing that we are going to do here, so let's say it. Okay, all right, so next thing that we are going to do is that, so we also have that distance from here to here is 60 millimeters. So we divide 60 by 2, that will give us 30. So we take a measurement of 30 from the center. We take 30 to the left side, and we take 30 to the right side. So this is 30 here. All right, so we have this. So and the next thing that we are going to be working on here, so at this point, so to where we have this to the point where we have this 34, so which is this point, so we have to draw a vertical line. So we draw a vertical line. Okay, so we draw a vertical line from this point. So we take a vertical line down like this. Okay, and also at this point. Okay, so we also have a vertical line. Okay, so we have a vertical line. Okay, the vertical line is supposed to be at this point. Okay, so then at this point also we also have a vertical line at this point. So this point where we have the 60, so we are supposed to mark it down here. So we are supposed to mark it down here. Okay, so and also so coming to this point, so we mark it down here like this. All right, so then the next thing that we are going to do is this. So we are connecting, so as we have this line being connected to this point, so as we have the line being connected to this point, and then another thing that I want us to, okay, so the 60 got to this point, so this line, so we need to make this line a thick line. So this line here, it will merge with this line. Okay, so they form one single line, so which means that from this point we have to make this line a thick line to this point here. Okay, so we have that, and then so the next thing that we are going to do here is that, so we are going to this point, so the distance from this point to this point. All right, so this line that we have here, this line will merge with this line, so they be at the same level and form one. This is what I mean. So by the time I draw a line from where we have this 60 here, so I'm going to join, I will join these 2 points together like this. So this point will be joined together, so the 2 lines will merge together. This slant line and this slant line, they will come together and form just one line. So and then so we have this line here. So we have this line here. So this line, so we make this one a thick line like this from here down. So make this a thick line from here down. So that is how it's going to be. And then we are going to have this line, so being drawn a thick line from here. So from here to this side, we have this as a thick line, and then this line will also be a thick line. Okay, so for us to form this shape as we have it on this surface, you can see it how it looks now. And then so at this point, we have this line that we have here. So we are going to have it, we have it along this part here. So that means we have it along this part. So we have it along this part here. Looking at what we have here. Okay, so this slant line, okay, is along this line, is along here. So because this line that we have here, so it is from here to this point, so it will be along this part here. So we just need to join these 2 points together, so making it a thick line from here to here. So we have this, and this line here will now be a thick line. So we make this line a thick line like this. So that is this line that we have here, which should be merged with this one. So we also need to make this line a thick line from here to this end. So we make this line a thick line from here to here. And then so this line, we also make it a thick line from here to here. Okay. So make this line a thick line from here to this end here. Okay, and then so this is a vertical line, so we make it a thick line from here to here. And this line, so we are going to join these 2 points together. So we join this point together like this. Okay, so we join this together, and this line will also be a thick line from here to here as we have it here. And then we make this line a thick line from here to this end here. Okay, so this line we also make it a thick line from here to here. All right, so here we have the front elevation in place. All right, so looking at this is the front elevation and looking at these surfaces as we see here. So the shape here that we have on this surface is what we see here, and then so this part is what we see here, and this we also have it up here. And then looking at this surface, so this is how it looks here, and then we also have the same on this side, we have it here. So this is the front elevation. Now let's go and work on the plan. Let's go and work on the plan. Okay, so what we are to do is that we come up a bit and then we draw a horizontal line across the whole of this surface. And then so I'm going to do some draw some lines, so taking drawing from the front elevation here. So at this point I'm going to draw a vertical line from this point. So I'll draw a vertical line from this point down to this point here. Okay, and then so we also have a line. So at this point I'm going to draw a vertical line from this point down. Okay, and also so coming to this point here, I will also draw a vertical line down. Okay, and then so at this point on the circle I will draw a vertical line. So at this point also I will draw a vertical line. At this point I will draw a vertical line down. At this point here I will also draw a vertical line. So draw a vertical line from this point here. So draw a vertical line here. At this point I will draw a vertical line, and coming to this point here I will also draw a vertical line, and at this point we have to draw a vertical line here. So then I will extend this line as we have it here. So the next thing that we are going to do, so what is the width of the whole of the object? So as you can see here, it is 46 millimeters. So I need to take a measurement of 46 millimeters from this point here, taking a measurement of 46. This is 46 millimeters. So and I'm going to draw a horizontal line from this point. I will draw a horizontal line here like this. Alright, so then we need to bring out the thickness of the shapes that we have here. So I'm going to start from here. So from this part here, I'm going to start from here. So the whole of this, so how is it going to look here on this end? So you can see it here. So it is, the thickness is 20 millimeters. So what I'm going to do is to divide this 46 into 2, and that will give us 23 millimeters. So this is 23 millimeters here. So here we have 23 millimeters. So I'm going to draw, I will just mark it here. So I just mark it here. So that's 23. Then that 20 by 2, so we take 10 up and we take 10 down. So we have this. So I will just draw a line. So how it's going to look in the plan here. So we are going to have it from here to here as a thick line, and I'll also do the same thing on this side. So from so this point, so from this point here, so from here to this end here, so we draw. Okay, then coming up here we also draw from here to here, and from here to here we also draw the line like this. Alright, so for this part here, this is how it should look in the plan. And also I need to, so this line that we have here, so this line, so from here to here, and this line from here to here, so we are going to be working on it. So the line is at this point here, so we need to make it a thick line. Okay, so we need to make it a thick line. So first of all, this line here, there's a line at this point, so which is at this point. We need to make this line a thick line. So we make the line a thick line here, and then the line at this point, so this line, so from here to here, so make it a thick line, and from here to this end, make it a thick line. And then looking at this line here, so this particular line, so it is from here to this end, so make it a thick line all through to this end here. Okay, so we have this now. Alright, so we are going to replicate the same thing on this side, but if we're able to finish the one that we have on this side, so we don't have to I'll just pause the video and work that out. Alright, so So at this point, here, so which is this point, so we have this line, so to be drawn. So we have this line from here to here, a thick line from here to this point, a thick line, and also from here to this point, a thick line. And then this line that we have here to this end, so we make it a thick line from here to this point here. Alright, so we have this. Okay, so other thing that we have here, so that we are going to see here. So for this part that we have here, this surface and this surface, the thickness from here to here is 10. Okay, and from here to here is 10. Okay, so and then from here to here is 10, and then in the whole of this surface, is okay, so we are going to get the midpoint. So the midpoint here which we have gotten, so we need to draw that line. So we need to draw that line as a horizontal center line. So I'll come here and draw the line, so as the horizontal center line. Alright, so we have this. So what I need to do now is that from this center line, so I will take a measurement of 10. So this is 10. Okay, sorry. Oh, I have to take 5. 5 in the middle first. This is 5 and this is 5. Okay, we have that. Then I will take 10. So from this, after that 5, I will now take 10. So this is 10. Okay, and after this 5 here, I will now take 10 again. So we have this. So this line, so let me quickly replicate what we have done here. So we need to make this line a thick line, so all through to this end. Okay, I'm coming to this point, so make this line from here to here a thick line, and from here to here a thick line. So we have this, and then coming to this point, so this at this point here, so this line as we have here, okay, so this line we make it a thick line here from here to here. Okay, and then coming to this point, so we draw this line from here to here as a thick line, and from here to here we draw it as a thick line, and then coming to this point all through to this end, this line will be a thick line all through to this end. Then for this part here, so we are going to draw this line, so from here to be a thick line, this will be a thick line, and then we come here, so we also draw this one as a thick line like this, and then so coming to this point, so we draw this line as a thick line, and then so at this point, so we also make this a thick line to this end here. But also, so this line, the whole of this line will be a thick line. Let me bring the object so that we can see how it's we are going to draw it. So as we have here this line, so this line here will merge with this line, and this one will merge with this will merge with this will merge with this, and this will also merge with this will merge with this, and everything will be a straight line all through. So what we need to do is to make the whole of this line a thick line all to this end, so from here to here. Okay, then coming up here we also have the same thing, so we also make the whole of this line a thick line as we have it here. Okay, so what else do we have here? So there's a part that will be hidden, but I'm just looking at the line, so probably I'm the one that didn't get that point. I mean this point here. Okay, so this will be hidden, this point here will be hidden, so we have to draw it with short dashes line. It will be hidden from us. So this particular point here, there is a line under here that we cannot see from the top down when we are looking at the surface of the top of the surface or the object, so we can't see it down here. So this line will be drawn with short dashes line. So the same thing applies to this one. It will also be drawn with short dashes line as I'm doing it here. Alright, so we have this now. So this is how the plan is it will look. This is how the plan will look. Alright, looking at the top view, so we have everything in place. So this let's start with this. So this surface here, so which is 10 mm thick, so this is where we have it here. Okay, and then this surface here, so we also have it, it's also 10 mm thick, we have it here. this surface here 10 mm thick, we have it here, and then this surface here, so this is where we have it. And then so this surface, so this is how it will look as we have it here. Okay, and then we also have the same thing on this side. So this surface that we have here, this one, so it is here, and this also we have it here. Okay, so the same thing applies to this side. So everything is in place here. This is the plan of this object. Now let's go for the for the left hand elevation, looking at it in this direction. Since we are drawing inverse angle projection, we are going to put the left hand elevation here on the right side of the front elevation. Alright, so what we have to do here now is to take our 45 degree set square, so place it at this point, and then we draw a line at angle 45 degree, so to the horizontal. And then so I need to draw some horizontal lines here. So at this point I will draw horizontal line, so to this side, and also at this point I will draw horizontal line here at this point, and coming to this point here I will draw horizontal line like this, and then this point I will draw horizontal line. Okay, so and then coming to this point I will draw horizontal line. So with these horizontal lines that we have drawn, so we can easily get the left hand elevation. So from this point I will draw a vertical line. Okay, so from this point I will also draw, so from this point I will draw a vertical line like this, and coming to this point I will draw a vertical line at this point. So I need to draw this line to touch each other. Okay, so at this point also I will draw a vertical line. At this point I will draw a vertical line. Okay, so coming to this point I will draw a vertical line, and this point I will draw a vertical line. So at this point I will take up a vertical line. Okay, and lastly at this point I will draw a vertical line. Alright, so everything is here, is in place, so we can easily get the left hand elevation. So let's start and see what we are going to draw as the left hand elevation. So starting from, we are going to see a rectangle at this point. So at this point we are going to see a rectangle. So where is that rectangle? Is along this path. So let's bring it out. So we are going to have this line. So we draw this line like this. Okay, then we also draw this line as the length of the rectangle as we have it here, and this line, so we make it a thick line like this, and we also make this line a thick line, so we have the rectangle in place. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do here, so on this surface we are also going to see a rectangle on this surface, so which is this surface here. Okay, so what we have to do, that's another rectangle, so we just come here like this, so make this line a thick line from here to here. So and then so this line will also be made a thick line, so we also make this line a thick line like this. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to see here is this surface here, so the whole of this surface, so we are going to see it. So where do we have it? We have it here in the middle here, from here to here, so we have it here. And then this line from here to here, so the line from here to here, so where do we have it? So we go up like this, so we have it at this point. So if I go like this, so we have this point, and also we have this point here. So on this side we also have the same thing, so we have this point, and then if I follow this one like this, so we also have this point. So we are just going to make this one a thick line from here to here, so make this line a thick line from here to here, and we also make this one a thick line from here to here. And then so for this part that we have here, for the middle part, so this middle part here that gives us, let me bring the objects for us to see. So this surface that we have here, so it's along this part here from here to here, so it goes like this. Okay, and it goes up to this level. So from this point here it goes up to this level, to this point. So if you follow this line, so we have it stopped here and it also stopped here. So from here, so we make this line a thick line to this point, and we also make this a thick line to this point. All right, so don't forget that we are drawing the left end elevation on the right side of the front elevation, because we are drawing this inverse angle projection. And also, so this line, okay, so a line, there is a line at this point, so that is this line. So these three lines, this line, and this line, they will form one straight line, so which is this line here. So we just draw a line like this here. Okay, so we draw this line like this, and then so now, so there is a line, so there is a line here, so there is a vertical line here, we also have a vertical line here. So with this line and this line, they will form one straight line, that is this line from here down. So they form one straight line like this, and then so we also have one straight line here like this. All right, so we have that. So then other thing that we have here, so is this part that we have here. So that is the line from here to here. So the line from here to here. So the line, this line here, so we are going to have this line, then we have this line, so in the middle. So where is that line? So we have it, so this line, so the line from here to here, so we are going to see that line. So if I follow this line like this, okay, so at this point, okay, so it goes like this, so it goes like this, so to this so it goes like this to this level. So this is the point, so we are going to have it, so drawn from this point here to this point. If I follow this line, I will go up here, so we have this, okay, and then so coming to, so from here to here, okay, so I need to draw this line. All right, so then I'm going to draw a vertical line at this point. So we draw a vertical line at this point like this. Okay, so we have this. So for this one, so this one is up. Let me bring the object for us to see. So that is this part here that we have here. So if you follow this point, okay, so we go up on this, so we have this point, and then so this one, so we also have it at the same level, so we have this, okay. Then for this side, so if we go like this, so we have this point, and then it will merge, okay, it will merge with this point, just like what we have here, like this. So this line, so we make this line a thick line, okay, so make this a thick line. So we also make this a thick line from here to here, and coming up here we have this as a thick line, okay. So then this line, we draw it down here, and we also draw this one down here like this, okay. So this line also, we make it a thick line down to this point, and we also make this a thick line down to this point. All right, so looking at what we have here, everything about the end elevation is there already. All right, so here we have the left end elevation. So we have the left end elevation drawn here. So I said there is a rectangle here, so we have the rectangle at this point. So we also see this rectangle, so this is it. Then this shape that we have here like this, so this is how it will look here. Then we have this rectangle on this surface here, so this is it. And for this one, we have it here. And then on this top part, so this shape as we have it here, this is how it will be in the left end elevation. So for the right end elevation, so if we have to draw the right end elevation, inverse angle projection also is supposed to be here, and this is how it will also look. So as simple as I've done it here, all you have to do is to practice. Thank you, and God bless you.